Should you handle your own divorce case? What's the risk and what's the benefit of hiring an attorney? I'm Annie. Join me for this Law You Can Use. Welcome to the Ohio State Bar Association's Law You Can Use, where we answer commonly asked questions about different legal topics. Today, we're discussing the power of an attorney with Diane DePascal of DePascal Law in Dayton. Thanks for joining me, Diane.
My pleasure, thank you.
So you're a certified family law specialist. So what kind of cases do you see on a day-to-day basis?
In the privacy of my law office, where everything said is and will remain confidential, I meet with many people who want to know their rights in a divorce or a dissolution. Others have already been divorced, and they now want the court to change its prior order regarding things like custody, parenting time, or support. Some want the court to enforce its decree by finding their ex in contempt for violating its previous order.
Some people believe that representing themselves in a family law case might save them money. But in your experience, what are the risks of going it alone?
Sometimes a spouse says, we can do this ourselves, or my attorney will prepare our agreement. We don't need two lawyers. The risk is you will not be told your rights and your options. True story. Several years ago, a man signed his decree without his own attorney. The decree was filed, and years after that decree was filed, he came to me to discuss a problem. He was unable to do one of the things he was ordered to do. And I asked him, why did you agree to that? No court had the power to order you to do that, but you agreed, and now I can't change it. Another situation occurs. Many people have seen forms for divorce or dissolution online. And the first thing I ask them if they tell me about such forms is, did you get them from an Ohio court or an Ohio attorney? Because if not, those documents might not be valid or even usable in Ohio. Even if you have the correct forms from an Ohio court or an Ohio attorney, you may notice that those forms do not contain any instructions. The judge and the court staff will not give you legal advice. They will not define the terms, and the clerk's office also will not. Perhaps the greatest risk is that some decisions that are made and some of the words in the decree of divorce cannot be changed in the future, even if your circumstances change and it later seems to be unfair.
And what about some of the benefits of having your own attorney?
A family law attorney can help you make some of the most important decisions, which will have an impact on your life, your children, and your property for years in the future. There are numerous statutes in Ohio and court cases regarding children, property, spousal support. An attorney familiar with family law has read all of that. They can answer your questions on those topics, things like custody, shared parenting, child support, marital property, division of retirement benefits, the difference between divorce and dissolution, and which might be better for you.
And we hear a lot that having an attorney is only for those people who can afford it. How do you respond to something like that?
Well, first of all, many people who choose to represent themselves can end up paying a lot more in the long run. An attorney is a skilled negotiator who knows how to work to get their client the best possible outcome. Some attorneys accept payment plans, some take credit cards. But consider what you would willingly pay your physician to protect or restore your child's health. Consider the thousands of dollars that you paid your realtor when you bought your home. And then ask yourself, what is the value of your rights as a parent, your rights to your property, your right to receive support? Deciding to hire an attorney is deciding to be informed and have an advocate protect your rights. Most people want to settle their differences as quickly as possible, and attorneys understand that, and we have valuable experience in negotiating. However, if any issues are not settled, your attorney can prepare you and your witnesses to testify. Your attorney has studied the rules of evidence and the rules of procedure. To walk into a courtroom without your own lawyer is like traveling in a foreign country without a translator or a GPS.
All right, so now we know we need an attorney. How do you recommend people go about finding a lawyer that's right for them?
If you have a friend or a family member who has been divorced, you might start by asking, would you recommend that I talk to your attorney? And then ask why. Do not ask your friend or family for legal advice. Because of the stress of their case, they cannot give you accurate legal advice that would apply to your case. A second method would be many cities have a lawyer referral service, such as the Dayton Bar or the Columbus Bar Association. And third, on the website, ohiobar.org, you can find a list of OSBA board-certified specialists in family law. That means these people all have years of experience in family law, letters of recommendation from other attorneys and judges, and they passed an exam to demonstrate their knowledge of Ohio law and procedure. The specialists at www.ohiobar.org are in alphabetical order. So I advise you just go to the far right of the page and scan for your area code to find attorneys in your area that can assist you.
Great. Well, those are all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me to answer them.
My pleasure.
If you have a legal topic that you would like to learn more about, follow the Ohio State Bar Association on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and write to us using the hashtag #LawYouCanUse. And if you'd like to find out more about the power of an attorney, including how to find an attorney, go to ohiobar.org/lawYouCanUse. And thanks for joining us.